Ann kicks us off in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Ann, welcome to The Ramsey Show.
Hi there. Happy New Year. How are you all?
You as well. We're doing great. How can we help today?
Good. Well, I have two questions for you. So the first one is how to approach my individual contributor role when I really don't have a desire to move up into management, although I do value recognition and achievement. And then my second question is whether or not it's a wise move to join the Air Force Reserves or the Air National Guard within the next year or two, knowing that the past 2 years have been full of a lot of change and a lot of trauma for me. So it's kind of a twofold question for you all.
Okay, wow. Now we get some real depth here. So let's go for number one first. Does that sound okay?
Sure. That's great.
So
that works.
The heart of your question is what? I heard what you said. Okay, I want to grow or I want to be recognized. I love the way you put it. You want recognition, but you don't want to be promoted into a leadership position. Am I understanding that?
That is correct. I love growing accounts and I love earning more money and being wise with that money, but I don't necessarily want to move into a management role. Whereas my organization I'm at right now is run by former consultants who are really demonstrating that up or out kind of method of dealing with attrition. And I'm also getting some mixed messages from my direct manager who very kindly has said, I'm the best person on the team and she needs me, so she can't promote me. So I'm getting some mixed messages, and what I really want to do is, be the best individual contributor I can be and be wise with my money.
Well, it sounds
that's really what I want to do.
So it sounds like to me, the message that matters is your direct leader. And I would tell that leader, hey, this is a match made in heaven because I don't want to lead. I get a little bit of anxiety when I hear that these consultants that our leaders are kind of going up or out or whatever. I feel like I've gotten that message, but I got to tell you, I'm as happy as I can be in the role that I'm in, crushing it. And I want to get more, I want to make more money and I want to make the organization more money so I make more money so I can manage my money well. I want to stay in this type of role. I'm happy to be your top performer. Please protect me because I don't want to be promoted into a leadership role. But this is what's weird about, George, our Western hemisphere. The way we treat promotions, it's like, well, you got to move up the ladder. Instead of going, what do you want to do more of? Do you want to make more money and do a little bit more of this? Why does it always have to be, I'm going to pull you out of the seat where you're crushing it and put you in a seat where you may not want to be.
You may not want to lead people, but you might be the best salesperson. So they go, well, she needs to be over to the sales team and lead them. So and then you're miserable.
Yeah. So I think the answer to number one is reaffirm what your leader's telling you and going, I'm as happy as can be. Protect me, and I want to stay here. All I want to do is keep performing better, get paid more, and spend that money wisely. That's what I think, okay? You got that one?
Okay, I like that. I like it. Love it. Thank you.
Now, the second one, because I want George to jump in on this retirement thing, but I've got to ask George, when you say you've been through a lot of change and trauma, whatever you're comfortable sharing, I'm just curious what that has been and how long that's been going on.
Sure. No, I'm very happy to share. And there's actually some great changes in that, but also some changes that were just a lot to deal with and heal with. So in the last 2.5 years, excuse me, I got sober. I moved across the country. Thank you. I had a major surgery and a traumatic divorce. I lost over 110 pounds. I changed companies, and I was finally diagnosed and treated for ADHD. Wow. So lots of great things in there, but also lots of things that make me pause and say, okay, I want to make sure that I'm making the right decision, because this would be like it didn't have to be a 20-year commitment, but I'm looking at a 20-year commitment in the reserves or the Guard because it's important to me. I want to serve my country and do something beyond myself.
All right, so that leads to what I was really going to dive into and let George talk about it as a retirement option. Sounds like to me you want to serve your country more than you're just trying to juice your retirement benefits, but that is kind of a benefit, pardon the metaphor here. Is that what I'm hearing?
I would say that's correct, because I couldn't even tell you the dollar amount that that retirement would be. It's much more about serving my country Also, family lineage. My grandfather and my father both served, and this is really important to me.
Would it stress you out, your current family relationship life? I know you're just recently divorced. I'm so sorry about that. But would this extra time in serving our country, do you have margin for that to where it's not a negative?
Would it affect other parts of your life, your job, anything like that?
No. In fact, at my job, most of us have served in some capacity. I'm also single and happily child-free. So I don't view it. I don't think it would. I mean, it would. Here's the truth. It would take away from my yoga on the weekends. That's what it would take away from.
We can live with that.
Exactly.
Namaste.
Exactly.
There you go.
Namaste.
Well, then I would do it. And I would do it for the only reason that you want to serve your country. And anything else is just an auxiliary benefit that's a nice to have, but I would never do it for the retirement benefits. And it sounds like, based on what you told me, your heart is in the right place with this, and I would pursue it if I were you. If that's what's where your heart's saying to go, then the retirement benefit is just part of the package. Do you have retirement as part of your current job?
I do. However, I've worked at startups for the last about 8 years or so. However, have had very steady employment at startups, but we all know how startups go. So that's always kind of in the back of my head. Like, I've got a great retirement, consistently putting 15% a year towards that, but I do feel a little bit behind. I didn't really get my first grown-up job until the last about 8 years or so. So a little bit of it, there is part of me that wants to make sure I'm playing catch up, but that's not the main motivator behind this.
Are you debt-free?
I am. I'm debt-free. I'm on baby step 3B right now.
That's
awesome.
fantastic.
So soon you're going to be a homeowner. That's going to help you build wealth. What's your income?
Yes, sir. 125. I make $125,000 a year.
Oh,
That's
I love
awesome.
it. You are going to retire with plenty of dignity and plenty of time to enjoy as much yoga as you can handle. You'd probably be teaching the class by then, based on how I'm talking to you. Well, we are so proud of you. Honored to talk with you, Ann, and thank you in advance for serving this great country. What a cool call. A lot to manage there, Ken, but she's very well-spoken. And if I was hiring, I'd hire Ann.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
And I think, by the way, she said learned ADHD, and but there was a woman that was highly focused, and she's live and just rattling it off. And I think the serving is a great way to heal.
Huge.